Hi guys, what's up? It's your boy Crypto Marco yet again with another awesome video on the topic of cryptocurrencies, the currency your friendly bank employee from around the corner told you to stay away from because he said that they're very sketchy and you should rather invest in rare Pokemon cards. But that wasn't an all too bad idea because as you can see, my Pokemon sweater is back from the washing machine and I'm ready to show you guys some interesting insights about cryptocurrencies. And today we're going to talk about investing or trading. Where will you make more profit? What's more suitable for you? Because the coin doesn't always, it's not like which coin suits you the best or which currency you prefer. Sometimes it's about what kind of person you are, then you can adapt yourself to the form of your investment strategy. And I'm gonna get into the advantages and disadvantages of each investing strategy in this video. But before I get into that, I just want to say thank you very much for being here and watching my video. I really appreciate you on here. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up. So as you can see, the market cap is going crazy at the moment at $310 billion. It's totally skyrocketing and nobody knows what's going to happen next. Bitcoin dominance is going down, market cap is going up like a motherfucker. People are getting more and more aware of Bitcoin and they're bringing their money in. They wanna participate. They want a piece of the cake, and that's why all the money that is coming into the market is just allowing for the price to get higher and higher. And in my opinion, I will right now I would not invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum because I just don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict it. I think that the smaller currencies are more interesting, and I made plenty of videos where I cover the smaller currencies and tokens. But at the end of the day, it's only my subjective view, and I'm not your financial advisor, so keep that in mind. The thought pattern behind investing long term is that you invest for a little bit of money, and then over the months, years, maybe even decades, it becomes more. And if you are familiar with books on finance, such as Tony Robbins' Money, great book by the way. If you're not from the financial district, I really advise you to read that because it's kind of like the Bible for financial stuff, in my opinion. You'll see that on average, if you would have invested money in the stock market and let it there for 30 years, that you will always get a profit afterwards. That's about 5 to 7%, I think. So if you look at this is like the Dow Jones. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And if you take a look, if you would have invested in, let's say, 87, you see that you would have made a nice profit off the Dow Jones. And I think right now that it's even higher than 23,000, right? Like Trump is really making the Dow Jones soar. We can see the dip from the crisis. So as you know, crises are the best moments to invest. And I already made a video on that. But man, this depression really hit America high. So that was a tough hit right there. Anyway, and that's pretty much the thought behind a long-term investment. On the other hand, when you're trading, as you can see, for example, on GDAX, you can see here that people are trading like crazy all the time. It's more like a full-time job. So while when you're investing long-term, you only have to do the research once and invest once, and then just pretty much sit back and relax, maybe adjust here and there, buy more when the price goes down, or sell when you think you have reached the peak after a long term. When you're trading, everything you do is pretty much a full-time job. So I had friends who made a living out of sports bets and poker, which many consider gambling, but if you're smart enough, you can definitely make a living out of it. And the biggest disadvantage of that is that obviously when you're, for example, playing something like poker as a job, you have to make 200 decisions a minute. You have to think all the time. You have to be concentrated all the time, and this drains your willpower. So just because trading cryptocurrency sounds like a fancy job doesn't mean that it's a great job that you want to do every day. So it's really a full-time job, and like the market doesn't sleep. People are trading 24 hours, and you'll have to get some like you really have to step up your knowledge when it comes to trading. So there are some tools that you can use to make chart analysis and try to see some patterns and predict where the market is going. Like I think Coinify is one of those. I made a video on useful cryptocurrency tools that you can use. I personally don't use chart. I don't do chart analysis because I don't know how to do chart analysis. I'm more of a long-term investor. So, for example, I invested some money into Substratum recently. It's a cryptocurrency that's trying to decentralize the internet, and it went up for a little bit. I did not invest in Cardano because I forgot to invest in it, and now it's soared, and of course I'm mad as fuck. But you know, that's what happens. But basically, you have to learn chart analysis if you want to become a full-time trader. And the advantage of that is that the chart analysis you do for cryptocurrencies is also applicable to the stock market. So it's not just that it's useful for cryptocurrencies, but also generally for other fields. So that's one plus. And what's important if you want to invest long-term is definitely to diversify. So if you have had if you have a university degree in, I don't know, economy or something like that, you've probably heard of Harry Markowitz and his portfolio theory, where he talks about the idea that you can basically, by diversifying enough, you can eliminate the risk of investing. So the idea behind it is that if you diversify enough that the investments that go wrong will basically be evened out by the investments that go right. So that at the end of the day, you're going to make a profit. And that's really important because imagine if you invest all your money in one cryptocurrency, such as many people are probably right now just buying Bitcoin and hoping that it will go up. What if we see a big bubble soon? Like we saw what happened when on the 8th of November the fork was canceled, how it went down, and then from a total like catabolic state, it was peaking at 7,800 almost, and then it went back to 5,200, and now it's of course almost doubled in value. But things like that can happen. So you definitely have to diversify to not lose all your investments in if one currency goes wrong. But as I said earlier, you have to make a lot of research. What I'm doing on my videos is I'm checking out different ICOs, different cryptocurrencies, and I'm kind of providing a service for my subscribers. So I'm checking out white papers, YouTube videos, Reddit posts, forum posts, maybe even scam stories, and I'm trying to provide a service for people, so when they are interested in a certain cryptocurrency, they find my video on YouTube, and then they don't have to do the research for themselves because they will already have a good resource of information. And that's basically one of the downsides you have when you are trying to invest long term, because you have to put in a lot of work at the beginning. Because at the end of the day, it's important when you invest in something that you invest in something that's providing the people with value. Great example is Monero. I mean, it's just a great example because I saw it like right off the bat. Monero is one of the most untraceable and most private cryptocurrencies out there. And as you know, digital security is going to become very important in the next few years because of cryptocurrency, and nobody wants to be traceable or to be visible to the government how much cryptocurrencies they use. So Monero is providing value to the people, and whatever provides value to the people, such as maybe Apple, for example, it will be profitable in the long run. So if you would have known that Apple would provide so much value at the beginning of the millennium to the people who would buy the Apple products, you would have made a great profit. And be careful because, as I said, trading life is more of a you have to follow the trends. So you have to follow trend lines. You have to see, okay, what currency is hot right now, because many currency prices aren't governed by the real value they provide, but rather by the hype they are surrounded around. So you got to be aware of that. So to wrap everything up, I kind of didn't need all this fancy graphics. This was just me talking, my subjective point of view. At the end of the day, if you have the patience, if you want to dig in, go for investing long term. If you already have a job and can afford to like maybe just let some cryptocurrency investments go along while you're working, do that. If you are willing to put in the work, if you want to quit, if you don't mind being concentrated the whole day and flipping coins here and there and being stressed out and checking out your phone every second to see how the trends are going, go ahead and try trading. Why not? Like everybody prefers something different. But I just hope that I got you some insight on what people should do. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that you have learned something from it. If you did, make sure to leave it a thumbs up and comment with some feedback or positive comments, or maybe even negative. Everything's fine with me. And leave your Litecoin address because among everybody commenting, I'm giving away a small amount of Litecoin. So go ahead and leave a comment and you might win the raffle, because I'm giving away every day a small amount of Litecoin. Thanks for watching. Subscribe my videos if you want to see more. And although I talked a lot about trading and long-term investment in this video, my main income right now is BitConnect. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and check out my BitConnect videos. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a lot of success with all your trades and stay healthy, and see you until next time. Bye bye.